Back in 1989, a horror anthology series by the name of Tales from the Crypt was unleashed upon unexpected audiences. Based on the 1950s EC comics of the same name, it brought a harder edge to television at the time, combining grotesque horror, fun-filled comedy, and morality twists. It proved to be a huge success, making the Crypt Keeper a household name, and enticing big-name celebrities from Arnold Schwarzenegger to Demi Moore to appear in the episodes. It became a cultural phenomenon, producing musical albums, a kids' cartoon, feature-length movies, and countless merchandise. Lasting a total of 7 seasons and 93 episodes, Tales from the Crypt provided countless hours of enjoyment across its phenomenal episodes, making it very hard to pin down a list of the best ones. That's why on this list, I'm just going to tell you about 5 of my favorite episodes from the 7-season run, and hopefully spark up some conversation about your favorite episodes. If you dig the episodes I pick, let me know in the comments, and if one of your favorites isn't on the list, let me know. So let's kick back, dim the lights, and prepare ourselves for 5 of my favorite episodes of
Tales from the Crypt.
In television terror, we have an arrogant television tabloid host by the name of Horton Rivers. Trying to get big ratings on his show, he takes his crew to a purported haunted house to do a live investigation. The house is rumored to be haunted by an old woman who killed a number of men. While inside, strange things start happening, and Horton starts realizing the ghosts in this house may be real. Combining a sense of realism with found footage style, which was still in its infancy at the time of this episode, television terror managed to be a truly horrifying episode that continues to creep out the viewer even after it's over. Plus, to add on to the sense of realism, Horton Rivers was an actual talk show host on TV at the time. Television terror is a prime example of just how terrifying Tales from the Crypt could be.
Flash your light 3 times. Climb the ladder to the attic. Flash 3 times in the attic window.
Then wait there till I call you back down. If you make it, you're in. Sound easy?
Well, the joint's haunted, and Mr. Axe Murderer's ghost doesn't like visitors.
In the episode House of Horror, we see 3 pledges spending the night in a supposedly haunted house to ensure acceptance into a college fraternity. Unknown to the pledges, the members of the fraternity have rigged up the house to make it appear actually haunted. Along for the ride is the sorority sisters urging the pledges to be brave. One by one, the pledges enter the house not to return. Is the house really haunted, or are they pledges playing a prank on the fraternity? This episode features an amazing old house that just oozes creepiness, plus great acting from several prominent actors, including Will Wheaton. It builds suspense as a typical haunted house story, with the viewer actually not knowing if it's real or fake. When the final twist really hits, it manages to terrify not just the characters, but also the viewer as well.
Take a good look, asshole. It's just a dummy with a stupid mask we rigged.
Silent scream is the loudest.
That's great. Thanks for coming in.
An unlucky actor can't get a role because of his looks. His agent and girlfriend leave him, but his luck may be turning for the better. He's found a new production and is auditioning for the role of Hamlet, and nothing is going to get in his way.
But Mel has a look.
Jesus Christ, I am a hell of an actor. I'm a lot more talented than a lot of those assholes out there making it, guys like Winton Robbins.
Oh no, Winton Robbins has a face. has the look.
This episode features one of my favorite actors, Jon Lovitz, keeping his trademark smirk and adding in a murderous streak that we typically don't see from him. Top Billing is a fantastic morality tale that has the viewer on the edge of their seat till the credits roll. You don't know whether to pull for Jon Lovitz's character or be totally against him. But trust me, the credits are not the only thing rolling at the end of this awesome story.
Excuse me, is this the theater? What the hell are you doing here?
Nora?
Hello, Dr. Getz.
Hi, it's 4 days since you last called, Nora? How's little Felicity getting along?
Well,
burning the house down?
Not at all.
Writing on the wall with feces?
No, of course not.
Trying to electrocute the cat?
An arrogant radio child psychologist is obsessed with proving to his manager that he is the best. He decides to go to the home of a woman in need of help with her daughter. At first, he assumes the daughter is the woman's imaginary friend. However, upon further investigation, and with bodies starting to accumulate, he may be wrong.
Ignore it. Ignore it.
This episode features two horror greats, Zelda Rubinstein from Poltergeist and David Warner, famous for Waxwork and The Omen. Combining these talented actors with a compelling story that keeps the viewer wondering what will happen next, we get a chilling look into a house that's basically a murderous funhouse, and a child that is more deadly than initially thought. If the first half of this story doesn't freak you out, the final scene is guaranteed to shiver your bones.
Nora? Is that you?
Careful, I'll any my spoon.
Who's the psychologist, me or you?
Can I help you? You must be Mrs. Comfrey. You know, you're exactly the way your husband said you were. He's a very lucky man.
A sneaky con man has a talent for killing people after he sells them phony tombstones. He soon learns that his new clients have a fortune buried in their cellar. Forced to marry their daughter, he soon goes into the basement and discovers a big surprise.
Amidst all that beauty. Shame. He was so excited about the benefits package, too. Funeral expenses plus $10,000 cash. He loved you so much.
This episode ends up on a lot of all-time favorite lists, and it's mainly because of the always incredible Tim Curry, famous for the Rocky Horror Picture Show, It, and countless other classics. In this episode, he plays not one, not two, but three heavily make-up, totally different characters, each completely terrifying. This episode is not only absolutely grotesque, but also has serious elements of black comedy. Everything about this episode is absolutely perfect and definitely not to be missed.
The last thing I am is beautiful.
Combining some of the best directors, writers, and actors, it's hard to find a bad episode of Tales from the Crypt. An integral part of not only my childhood, but many others, Tales from the Crypt is a classic and will always be remembered. What are some of your favorite episodes of Tales from the Crypt? Post them in the comments. Let's talk about it.
Tales from the Crypt.